Hey everybody, welcome to the finale of Video Game Movies, I guess, the marathon, the In Case Break Glass segment, marathon that we've been doing instead of talking about Tokusatsu. I'm one of your fantastic hosts, Buster. With me, I dragged Wyatt along through this, 6 months of chaos that is video game
Mm-hmm.
movies in the 2020s. We didn't get to cover everything. We didn't get to cover the 90s Mario movie, even though I really
Mm-hmm.
wanted to. Maybe we can circle back
Mm-hmm.
around that later. And another thing, originally this episode was going to be Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but we didn't. Wyatt didn't watch Knuckles, and I'm going to explain Knuckles right now
Right.
to him. It is not worth it. It is a very
Okay.
mediocre show. Episode 4
Gotcha.
is really funny because it's a musical and there's
Okay.
puppets, and they actually show Iblis from Sonic 06 as a teasing in Knuckles' backstory.
Right.
Um,
Okay. I do know that. I do know that Wade Whipple says the flames of
Yeah,
disaster
he
at one
says that at the
point.
end of the show because Knuckles gets fire powers in that show, and
Mm.
that's why he has fire in Sonic 3. That's literally all of consequence that
I
happens
didn't.
in
It
Knuckles.
didn't even occur to me that that was a thing he couldn't do. And I was just like,
'Cause-
whatever.
Yeah, it is. There are bits of charm, but Knuckles is barely in it, and Wade Whipple takes up. Wade's a fine. I don't hate him. His family sucks
Yeah.
though. There's an episode you
He's
spend with
seen.
his family,
Mm-hmm.
and it is bad. It's
Yeah.
real bad. It's the worst. Episode 3 is the worst episode of the show.
Yeah,
Um,
Wade, from everything that I've seen of him and the little bit of clips I've seen of Knuckles, just the Knuckles show in general, it's shocking that it wasn't made by Nickelodeon because it really feels like a Dan Schneider
yeah,
type
I mean
show.
it's a Paramount, and that's so kind of same wavelength.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it kind of is very Nickelodeon sick. I can see this airing on
yeah,
Nickelodeon as just a slog
exactly.
for it
Yeah.
being when they put streaming shows on cable, kind of like
hmm
that.
hmm
Um,
They did that with there's a couple. Nickelodeon has done that with like Earthspark
yeah,
and things
Earthspark
like
and
that.
I think
Uh,
Tales of the TMNT was a recent one.
mhm.
Uh,
But yeah,
yeah,
he seems
that's
like a
all of
Gomer.
consequences.
Yeah, he's like a Gomer-esque character from Sam and Cat, you know.
He's better.
Um,
Wade is better in small doses, like in Sonic 3, where he only gets
yeah,
one
yeah.
scene. And it's honestly a really funny scene. So
hmm
anyway, let's get to the real shit that happened later that year. Sonic
Yes.
the Hedgehog 3, probably the most hyped up of the movies so far,
Oh, I
because
think so. Mm,
it has Shadow.
yeah, it had Shadow. It's the first one that really tried to adapt a game,
Yeah,
a
Sonic Adventure
specific
2.
game. Yes, and I have my opinions on that, but we will get into it as we go
Yeah.
through.
All
I will
right,
just
yeah.
say Sonic
I
Adventure
watched
2 is
this
my
in theaters with my dad,
yeah.
who knows nothing about Sonic, and he enjoyed it, so that's really cool.
Yes. Yeah,
Um,
it is easily the best one of the
the
three.
trilogy so far, yeah.
Yes. And and again, that is not to say that it is without flaw, but it
I mean,
is
no
like
movie's perfect. Let's be real. So.
yeah, yeah. So it's just it did a good job of the first one was like, okay, this is a watchable movie.
Yeah,
Like
this
I
is a
didn't
lot,
hate it.
especially given the circumstance. It
Yes,
was.
I was like, fine. You know what? If I watch it on an airplane, cool.
It's a good
Son-
airplane movie. It's a really
yeah,
good airplane
Sonic 2 better, is a
better.
superior
Yeah,
movie. Wasn't like so much better that I was like, wow, this is
yeah.
awesome. But I
Oh,
was like,
actually,
yeah,
I
this
have
is
to
better.
mention something. I don't think I mentioned this last time about Sonic 2. And if I did,
Oh, yeah.
please comments correct me. Uh, I went to the theater for that, and there was a really annoying guy right next to me. The rest of the
hmm
theater was fine, but that guy just was really irritated me.
Yeah.
The same archetype of guy was I feel like I don't know if it was the same guy, but it was a
Right.
similar archetype of guy was there when I went to go see the Amazing Digital Circus the last act.
Yeah.
And he was the only guy in that theater, and he was right next to me. So anyway, I just need to complain about that.
He was like, this is Pomni every time she appeared on the screen.
Legit.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he sounded like. Anyway,
But yeah, I was just saying that like this is it's was like a steady increase in quality with 2. It was like a little bit better, and then this is significantly better. Like
yeah,
I would put this like a full number higher than the
yeah.
first movie.
I mean,
Or the
number scores
first
are
2
bullshit
movies.
anyway. But if we
Sure,
have
but if I had to rate them, it would be like
yeah, if
the
we
first 2
have
are like 3 out of 5, and then this is a 4. you
It's a
know,
good
so it's like
blockbuster. It's a good
it's
blockbuster.
pretty good. It's, I've the story was coherent, the character arcs made sense, it was satisfying to
Are you
see,
still reeling over the
you
Galaxy
know.
movie?
I mean, well, okay, with the Galaxy movie, yeah, it basically didn't really feel like a real movie. It kind of felt like we were watching like the direct to video special of a
Yeah,
sequel that was to the original. Like it really felt like Mulan 2 or something like
or
that,
like
where it's like,
Frozen
what is
2. That went to theaters.
oh, I didn't watch that. That's one of those. Man, I can't remember the last Disney movie I watched in theaters. It might have been Moana.
Probably
Uh,
same for me, honestly. I saw
yeah,
Encanto. I saw Encanto in theaters.
yeah, I did see Encanto on streaming,
Yeah, well,
but
that's where
yeah,
everyone saw it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, as far as like Disney movies seeing in theaters, like yeah, that, and then even with Pixar, like the last Pixar movie I watched was Turning Red, and but I did
Oh,
just
Hoppers is
get,
on digital now.
yes, I
Hoppers is
did
on
just get
digital. Go
Hopper,
check it
so
out.
I got that Blu-ray yesterday, so I'll be watching that
Oh,
tonight.
yo, you got the big boy Blu-ray.
Yeah, because I don't want to go on Disney Plus, so
Or you could have used your eye patch, but either way.
that's true, yeah. But anyway,
Uh, anyway,
mm,
let's get into Sonic 3. I guess the big thing is Keanu Reeves joins the cast as Shadow
hmm
the Hedgehog. How do you feel about Keanu as Shadow?
so you think he does a good? I think he naturally kind of fits the Shadow personality a little bit better than like Idris Elba as Knuckles, which
Yeah, it feels like
I
it, like especially because Knuckles, you kind of have to like. I like this version of Knuckles, but you kind of have to craft like around the actor. It
right
seems like, especially
with
because it's a
with
very different take on Knuckles. Like, there's still like it's still recognizably Knuckles. It's just
they're
like the
just
way he
making him like
speaks.
he's just like a Klingon,
Yeah,
basically. That down. It's like in another era he would have been voiced by Michael Dorn, who is Worf in
basic. Oh,
TNG.
don't give me the. Oh,
You know,
that would make my friends pop off.
yeah. But yeah, so like Keanu does a good job as Shadow. Like Shadow definitely in Adventure 2, he was new at that point. He's a little bit more of like the smug rival guy rather than like the completely like brooding emotionally repressed guy that he kind of is now.
Yeah.
So it's like more modern Shadow, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with them taking elements and altering them for this. Like, oh, Maria's from the 70s instead of the 50s, so she's
I
not
mean,
wearing
it's
like
just like you gotta like
she's
with
not
the
wearing her
sliding time
freaking,
scale, it kind of
yeah,
has to be
yeah,
that way. Oh,
exactly.
we'll get. Oh, okay. Can I be real? When I in the theater, we'll talk more about
Mhm.
the song later. But in the theater, when I heard Maria play "Live and Learn" at the opening sequence, I think I
Yeah,
might have shed a tear. I think
right.
because that I like that's not even the big "Live and Learn" moment, but
Mhm,
that might have been
mhm.
the most effective in the game, in the movie,
Yeah, I think
because
so for sure.
like it's
And
not just
then
it's an Easter egg. It's like, oh, they gave it purpose. Like they're
mhm.
giving it, they gave it like some emotional weight.
Yep, yeah, it's they connect it to, and the only other thing that I would say, like maybe in the opposite direction, is like the ending song, the
Oh,
song that plays
I
during the
hate it. I
final
hate
song.
Jelly Roll's like ending song. The run it, run it, run it. So what
Well,
was?
so what I mean is, like in Sonic Adventure 2, there's a song that plays when
Oh,
everybody's like on the arc after stopping it,
yeah,
and they're all like sort of like contemplating everything that happened, which I think is just called Final Scene,
yeah.
and that plays during the final scene of this movie. But in my like, I associate that song so heavily with Shadow and his sacrifice, and everybody kind of like thinking about that,
They're
and
not really
and
doing that.
Sonic going, Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog,
Yeah,
that whole thing. Whereas like they kind of get over Shadow dying pretty quickly in the movie, and they're just like,
yeah.
wow, and we saved the day because we're a family, and so it's like a little bit
I
of a
mean, the post
generic.
credits was like, oh yeah, he's alive and kicking. So,
Oh, okay. Well, I actually didn't watch the post credit scene, so I
there
didn't know
was
he was still
two.
alive.
There was the one after the Jelly Roll credits.
Right, because I
Uh,
did not watch. I was like, all right, movie's over. I forgot all modern movies have fucking
I forgot all
multiple.
modern
Yeah.
franchise movies like have to have the post credit tease of like it's
So
this
Shadow's,
character.
yeah, Shadow's not, but that's beside the point. The
Yeah.
thing is like, that's the same in Sonic Adventure 2. The next game he's
Yeah,
back,
literally, yeah,
you know,
that's fine.
but
Yeah.
like, I was just saying that like in that game they give it a little. It's a more of a somber sort of like, is this really it kind of ending? I mean, it was the last Dreamcast game and everything, uh, but in the movie it sort of is kind of a like it's not an like that song, you know, them putting that in the it worked and it got me emotional, but the actual scene itself with where Sonic, Knuckles and Tails and whatever the hell the cop guy is uh
The Donut
are all
Lord.
yeah, are like when we saved the day. It's just like a little bit of a this feels like the a very generic like kid show or
Yeah.
kids movie kind of ending rather than
And
something where
there's
it's
kind of
like
moments that violently take you out at the movie. I feel like
yeah,
where it's like not violently. That's a bit extreme. Where it's
right,
like
yeah, yeah.
that's like, oh yeah, this isn't. I mean, Sonic games also have these moments. I'd argue,
Hmm.
but it's like where they just remind you, oh yeah, this is for all ages. They're not gonna go that
Right.
far. And then there's a
Yeah.
few moments. I will say, speaking of the Donut Lord, my big criticism of this movie, he does blackface by accident. Uh,
Okay. Whoa. What the hell? Oh
uh,
yeah, that's right. With
Yeah, with the
the
disguises, because they wanted to get those
right.
actors,
Yes.
like the actors who got married, like the wedding subplot in the last movie. They
Hmm,
wanted to give them
hmm.
a scene, but they had like no reason to be there. So it's like, we'll just disguise ourselves as gun soldiers, and then it's like, okay, it's fine with like Tika Sumter, but like, why did you
Hmm.
make James Marsden be like do
Right.
blackface, bro? It's like, what the heck was that
And
about?
also, like, why would the gun people know who they were?
I guess because they
Like,
were like because they like got enlisted into gun at the end of the second movie. It's been a while, probably.
oh,
So yeah.
okay, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So they had to discuss them. Yeah, it's not like that. I'm not
It's
trying to
not like the most
nitpick
offensive
plot
thing. It's just
points.
like weird, man. It's like, why are you doing
Yeah,
that?
not trying to nitpick plot points or anything. I was just like,
Yeah,
yeah, why do they even need to do that to begin with?
it's like, yeah. I guess they
But
just
yeah,
wanted those actors had a contract and they just had to like
mhm,
you're at least obligated for 5 minutes of a movie. So
yeah. How do you feel about? Well, I guess I should ask in general, like you know, because I've talked about before that Adventure Two is my favorite Sonic game. How do you feel about it? Did
oh,
you? I
Adventure
know you're a
Two.
little bit
Okay,
younger than me, so I grew up in that
I like
primo,
Adventure
like
One more. I'll say that right
okay,
up
so
the front. I
you're.
like Adventure One more. I played. I did
Mhm,
like a. It was like a couple years back. I played through Adventure One
I do
and
like
Two.
Adventure
I
One.
think it was like in 2024, getting ready for Shadow Generations. I was playing through a bunch of 3D
Right.
Sonic games. I like Adventure One more.
Hmm.
Uh, Adventure 2, I did not even beat the final boss because I thought the final level was ass.
Right.
There's a lot. Adventure 2 is a
It,
game of high highs and low lows. I like the
mm-hmm.
story. I think it's a fun story. I think like the introductions of all those characters are good. I think
Yeah.
it might have some of the best Eggman moments.
Right. So,
But
so you got
also
stuck on the bio lizard, is
yeah.
what?
Not the
Yeah.
bio not I didn't even get to the bio lizard, it was, like, the rushing to the
Oh,
last level,
okay.
it's, like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it was the treasure hunting that got me. Oh, yeah, that's the big reason I don't really like Adventure 2, like, I prefer
Mm,
Adventure 1. Treasure hunting's way worse, and there's, like,
yeah.
way more of it.
Yeah.
It's
I
still
really.
mechanically, it's fine, it's the radar that
Right.
always gets
Yeah.
me.
I really like it. Yeah. Obviously, like I
Yeah,
said, it's my
I mean,
favorite
like,
Sonic
I can
game,
see why it's someone's,
but
like, favorite Sonic game, I'm just, like, too nitpicky with it,
but yeah,
so
the Adventure One I still really like. It has its own kind of vibe, and it has elements to it that I appreciate more on a story level than Adventure Two. I just was, you know, I grew up playing mostly Adventure Two on the GameCube, and
yeah,
then. You know, Adventure One was a little bit later when I got like the DX version because like when I was alive and like playing games when they were on the Dreamcast. I just didn't have a
yeah.
Dreamcast because we were too poor. We, you know,
I
I
mean,
only had a
Sega was too
PS1.
poor too, so it fits.
Yeah, yeah. So like the only Sega console I had was like a Genesis, and the only you know, the other console that I had during the Dreamcast era was PS1. And then yeah, like so I only played them really on the GameCube. I do remember the trailers or like the commercials for Adventure 2, where it was like they just had like a painted blue and like black hedgehog and on the street and they're like, which one is faster or whatever the fuck. Like whatever the one of those beautiful, stupid, like early 2000s, 90s kind of commercials. But I'll say this as a fan of Adventure One, I was a little disappointed to see that they're contextualizing the Chow as like
Oh, yeah,
mascot things in
in
Japan,
Japan, yeah.
because that means that they're kind of like that means we're not really going to get a story about chaos in this
Yeah, I
movie
mean, like, oh,
series.
the Sonic 4 teaser did say something about chaos, but it could just be just general like movie chaos instead of just
Mm, yeah,
chaos or
and
adventure.
right, and there's a possibility that the Chow, like they, I don't know, like they knew of them somehow, and then they made
Yeah,
that.
it's like
Like
just
there's
like
some
one of those
connection there.
retroactively a guy stole the idea and then like he made it into
Yes,
like a merchandise. That would be a really funny story actually.
but yeah,
If it was a
I
bit
like
more.
because I love Chaos. He's like a really good,
Yeah.
it's a very kaiju-esque story of like a tragic monster.
Oh, I never even
Except
thought of it that way, or it's been a while since I
yeah,
thought of it that way.
because he starts as just like a normal sized guy, but gets bigger and
Yeah.
bigger with each of the emeralds. Eventually, he becomes like this Biolante style
Yeah.
monster, and then I
I
really
started the
love.
trend of like the great Sonic final bosses.
Yeah, I
Because
love Sonic being like, we can't, like, defeating him and sealing the way won't stop the problem. We have
yeah,
to heal his heart. Like he's in pain. Like he understands that chaos is just a thing that's suffering. It's not, a monster that
yeah.
is malicious. And that's what his goal is in the final fight. Whereas, like, contrast with the Bio Lizard and the final hazard and everything like that.
It's more like the world's
This
ending. We
is a
gotta destroy it
Yes,
now.
this is a monster who's like was created for no other reason than to destroy the world. And its existence is like torture. Like that's the tragedy of that creature, and within it contains all of the darkness and ill will of Gerald.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
speaking of
cutscene.
Gerald.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
boy.
Well, that's what I wanted to lead into that because, like, I just think it's interesting in the game. Gerald is such a dark character to the point where there's like nothing comedic about him, and the only times that we see him are like before he dies, like
Yeah, like in the
crazy
video.
and yeah, and then right before the Biolizard fight,
We also saw
all
him
of
in
these
Shadow
vid-
Gems.
all of these screens just like appear
Yeah.
with his like psychotic ramblings of like how much he hates humanity. It's
Yeah.
his darkness, his onen being channeled into this creature that like represents his like intention to like destroy everything and like end humanity. So it's very funny as somebody
But
who's
like
thought way too hard about this stuff and about that character to see this version of him where it's like, oh, him and it's Jim Carrey doing double
both
roles as
characters, and there's
yeah,
so
doing
many.
both
Like I know
characters.
people probably hate a lot of Gerald's jokes. I personally
Hmm.
find them really funny. I think that
Hmm.
Jim Carrey can sell like in any other actor, this would be really annoying. But
Yeah,
goddamn it, Jim Carrey sells it.
that's the thing. Like, if I was at any other point in my life, I might have been super annoyed by this because it's sort of like pissing all over this like
It's not even
character
like
concept
the
that I
end of
like.
like the final act of the movie. Like, yeah, there's still silliness, but it's like Gerald has like a bit more of his hatred with it.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah. And that's another thing is that like this is like him and Shadow are both aligned mentally, and
yeah,
Shadow is the one who has to make the choice in order to, stop the cycle of revenge.
yeah.
So that is maintained in it. And it should be noted that in Adventure 2, of course, he's dead. He's been dead for a long time.
And then
It's
here
just
he's
this
just
like
alive because funny.
yeah, exactly. He's just the super old guy. He was already old
Yeah.
when, Maria died. And
And
then,
also, I do kind of find that a bit like humorous, and it does. I think it fits the cartoon logic of the Sonic world. So it's
mm,
like, sure.
no, I
Let's
agree.
just he's
That's what I'm saying, that they've established a tone well enough. Like I said, with like Wade Whipple, it feels very like Nickelodeon sitcom elevated sort of tone
yeah,
that I'm not going into it with the expectation of it being, it needs to be exactly like Sonic, like these other Sonic games or whatever. Like they've altered things in the same way that like, the Raimi Spider-Man
yeah,
movies
because those aren't one to
are,
one with Spider Man, but they're still great
yeah,
films.
exactly. Like they have a different tone. Maybe have like, they have some comic book campiness to
Yeah,
them
it
for
still
sure.
feels like
But
Spider Man at the end of the day.
yeah, but they have like a darker tone, and so you compare that to like old 60s, 70s Spider-Man, whatever,
Yeah.
it's not exactly like that, but that's fine. It's trying to adapt it for the
A
modern
different
day.
audience. Yeah,
It's doing something different with that. It's taking these familiar ideas and motifs and doing something with that. And for me personally, what's important about that arc with Gerald is Shadow and Eggman, having some kind of redemption arc, having some kind of like moment of like, we need to help the world and stop this because this has gone too far. Keeping that from the game is more important to me than like keeping things like 1-to-1 exactly with like they go to Pumpkin Hill or
Yeah.
whatever, like yeah, which I would have loved, but I would have loved at least one reference to Pumpkin Hill, but
Oh,
that's
dang it!
fine.
That does feel like a good joke.
Yeah.
It feels it was kind
There
of
were
whatever.
pyramids though,
Or
which I'm like,
pyramid.
maybe that's because Eggman has his like weird Egypt base that
Yeah, like
he,
I mean, they do go to Britain in this film. They go to
yeah.
London. Oh,
Oh yeah,
you.
I will say that the Eclipse cannon is like weirdly small compared because I guess it is just the cannon. It's like
Yeah,
a
there's no
small
Biolizard. I'm
satellite.
kind of disappointed no Biolizard in the third act. I get
Yeah.
why, but like, come on, we need a
Yeah,
little more nightmare
there is a
fuel.
cameo though, which I did find very funny.
Yeah.
That there's like a Showa like kaiju movie that him and
Yeah,
Maria are watching.
yeah, that's basically the Biolizard. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also probably my favorite part of the movie besides the post credit, which I'll get to. Maria and Shadow flashback. I thought
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
the best part of the movie. I mean, that's like the rest of the movie is great too, but it's like
Hmm.
that moment, it balances. It's great. It's dramatic, but
Yeah.
it's also like really funny and gives like Maria so much character that's like makes you actually sad she died. You know.
Hmm. Hmm. She's not just like a plot device like she was
Yeah,
in
like
Ninja 2
between
and
Shadow Gens and this, I think they really like Maria stocks are high. You
mhm.
know?
Yeah, exactly. Like
They're not
that.
going to be any higher anytime soon. I assure you.
Yeah, I
But
would
like,
I would even say I like her a little bit better in this than in Shadow Chan's. Just
yeah, because
because
Shadow Gen,
like
she kind of like just is just her game characterization, just like yeah, you got to
right.
do it, Shadow. Well, like here, she has a bit more like personality. So
Yeah, but I guess it's also era appropriate. She feels more like a 70s,
yeah,
kind of kid as opposed to like,
like
like Maria
50s.
is just she's so like doting and cutesy in
Yeah,
Shadow Gens that it's like a little bit like laying it on thick. I
yeah,
do really love that game though. I'm not trying
yeah.
to
No, it's a
criticize
great
it.
game. It's a great game.
Yeah, and again, like I really like them characterizing Gerald in that game is also really great because you see him as like a normal guy
Yeah,
before he
he's just a
completely loses
normal
his
guy.
shit.
It's great.
So it's just that's nice. I mean, not to go off about that game, which came out at the same time, it's like
Yeah.
promotion
I
for
mean,
this
they have a
movie.
DLC level about
Yeah.
Tokyo, like in Tokyo, it's like you get Keanu
Hmm.
Reeves voicing. Apparently, like it's been a while since I played that. Apparently, everyone hated how Keanu sounded in the like DLC level. I think he just
Okay.
funded it.
That's
Uh,
probably true.
yeah, that's probably
He
true.
was.
Yeah,
It's not
because
like they got him in the cyberpunk recording booth or anything.
yeah, I don't know. Was he good at Cyberpunk? I haven't played that game. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I think he was pretty. People really like him, and people that don't like cyberpunk like him. So
Okay. Oh, I
yeah.
just realized Idris Elba's also in the Cyberpunk DLC, where like, and I remember there was a trailer for the DLC where he's like, "The game is fixed."
Mhm, right.
I just, I don't know. I just find that really funny because it's like
That's
I saw that being quoted and when someone was playing the fixed game and there were still some bugs, so it's like the game
right.
is fixed.
Yeah, that's the don't do that in marketing. Don't be like, we
Yeah,
fixed all of the problems with the game.
yeah. I
That's
know you're trying to be cheeky, but
yeah,
don't go
yeah.
there.
Well, I was just gonna say that, completely beside the point. Absolute favorite boss fight in Shadow Gens is the Mephiles one. So,
Yes. Oh god. I mean, Robbie Damon. Like, I love seeing that guy and stuff. Like,
because it's like,
catchy
yeah,
persona, like Hot Chai and Hi-Fi Rush, Mephiles and Shadow Gens. Bro's a
yeah.
great actor.
Probably
Uh,
not a hot take anymore, but I never disliked the edginess or the seriousness of Sonic 06. Like
oh, it
that
just
was
really
never the
got.
issue. Like the game being a busted piece of shit was my
Yeah.
problem with it, not the
And
like
also,
this.
shafting Blaze and Silver story. What were we doing there?
Yeah, Silver's does really suck. But
Yeah.
hey, we have Project 06 now, so it's you know what?
Anyway, yeah. I mean, they already are. Whatever. We'll get to
Mhm.
So, I mean, anyway.
But do you think
Yeah,
that
but
they're like some people say that they're maybe teasing like Silver and
no,
stuff
I
like
mean,
that
I
for
think Silver's the logical
Sonic
next
4.
step. I just don't know if they're ready to commit to it, but we'll see.
Right. Because you know what Sega's gonna do is that they're gonna finally
Silver
give us
Lost
that.
World, and
Well, they give us that '06 remaster finally, when the tides
at
have
this
turned
point, just
enough.
make a new game
That's
like
true.
that
Maybe they
with
should.
with this '06 trio. I think that would do
Mhm.
gangbusters.
Yeah. But I think kind of the weakest element of this movie for me, and it was also kind of the weakest part of the previous movie, is like Tails, but more generally, Tails and Knuckles are just kind of
Yeah, I mean
not
this
really
happens in
doing
Sonic
anything
games
here.
too. This happens in Sonic.
That's true.
Like, I mean, I was about to mention Dragon Ball because there's a big Dragon Ball Z esque fight in this, like at the
Hmm.
before the like Shadow and Sonic team up.
Yeah,
Uh, so
which
it's like,
fucking rules. Is
yeah, the
uh,
fight is so well choreographed. Like that'd be popping up, and like Shadow going
hmm
super like in the middle of it.
hmm
Anyway, but this kind of happened where like, oh, these big characters that were important at some point or like last movie are just
hmm
kind of like, well, we have to make room for the new boy.
Yep, it is real. Like Piccolo and Gohan standing around while Goku
Yeah,
fights Frieza energy. Like there is that for sure. And Dragon Ball has a lot of
I
connections
do hope
to
Sonic
Sonic.
4 because
So
we're adding more characters in Sonic 4. I do hope we can balance the cast a bit. I know
yeah,
people are like, "Oh, 7 characters in one movie?" It's like that's a bit overwhelming for
right.
some. I here's the thing. I think if you at least give a character a moment, like, Avengers films do this, or at least the ones that are above average. Like where it's like they at
Hmm.
least they try to give like this big cast like a moment to like shine, like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Like even if Drax isn't like the focus of a movie, he still gets some cool stuff to do. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah, like Knuckles gets a cool moment near the end when Sonic is like, I gotta use the Master Emerald to
Yeah, then like
kill
Knuckles has like
Shadow.
yeah, and Knuckles is like
He has
no
a
no no
standoff
no.
with him. That's nice. But I feel like they're like, okay, we did the Knuckles show. We don't really need to give him an arc
Even though they
here.
didn't really develop Knuckles in the Knuckles show.
Sure. but but maybe that's the rationale. But then like
Yeah.
Tails, I feel like it's like he already was like a dubious inclusion in the second movie, I felt.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
like they already teased them, but it's like they were more focused on Knuckles Mania. Uh,
yes. Where it's like, okay, Tails kind of works as like the friend, like he's the friend, he's the
yeah,
ally to Sonic and everything, but he doesn't get
yeah,
like a super solid character arc. Whereas like in this, it's like their big payoff is that they save Sonic from falling,
yeah. They
into
do
the
the
atmosphere and
thing.
everything.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like Tails needs to like he's in the games. I think like ever since Post Forces when they just forgot that he's a
Mhm.
character or forgot
Yeah.
what he does. Frontiers has kind of cleaned him up, but
Mhm.
also they haven't really like still given him like a proper like this is your moment like kind of
Mhm.
like Knuckles or Shadow. I'm not saying they
Yeah.
need to do a year of Tails. I'm just saying like
Mhm.
give him like a good like
Yeah.
extra oomph.
I like Tails.
Yeah,
Come on.
everyone likes
Uh,
Tails. Yeah,
yeah, who doesn't like Tails?
yeah.
I mean, people back, I do remember, people in like
But
the
those aren't
90s were
are
like,
fake people. Let's be real.
yeah, yeah. but I will say that, like, oh, it was based on Adventure 2,
Tails did
Tails
some cool shit
and
in that game.
Eggman had like a dynamic.
Yeah.
And it's sad, yeah, it's also said that there's no Rouge, but,
Yeah.
maybe she'll
I
appear.
think I'll be real. Like I already say, Rouge is one of the most overrated Sonic characters. I
Mhm.
think having her in this movie would not help this movie.
That's true. No, she would add absolutely nothing to the movie.
It would just
I,
be furry bait. I'll be real. Like I mean,
I
like
think
no
that
shade to
she,
furries, but it's like
yeah,
come on.
I think she's cool. Like, I can't really, I hate to say this, Sonic fans, I really can't think of anything that she's done of value after Sonic Adventure 2. Like,
Yeah, like
I think
I
that that's
guess
kind of like
maybe
the
some
peak of
comics and
her.
like comic stuff,
That's true.
but even
Comic
then,
stuff,
she kind of
Sonic
gets for
X.
me. She kind of gets overshadowed by everyone else, and I don't know.
Yeah, but
That
in
just
the
sorry,
games,
hot
like,
take. I know she's still a fine
yeah,
character. It's just like, come
yeah, like there's heroes or Shadow the Hedgehog or whatever, like maybe some stuff felt
She
like it.
does not do anything in Shadow Eye, like at least a value that the other characters don't accomplish. I'm sorry to be
Yeah.
dogging on Rouge.
Well, it was just, and I think that like I have seen some people, be critical and say like you only like Rouge because she's a hot character, like she's a good character design, and in my opinion, I find Rouge a fun character because of her personality. Like I think
Yeah.
that, and that's what I feel like is kind of missing is that she doesn't have a chance to be like, this
Oh,
like
okay. I
the
will say
cat
she was
burglar
good in
type
the Chaos
character.
Case files. She was good in the Chaos
Hmm.
Case files, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
that was
That's
dubiously Rouge because that some of
side,
that might have been infinite.
yeah, side content and
Yeah,
spin-offs and everything. Like
not in like a
I don't
major
deny
game.
it,
Yeah,
but yeah, like as far as like being in major games, being in like Forces or Frontiers or
she
whatever,
was
like
not
and
even in Frontier. Frontiers only had like
yeah,
4 characters.
yeah, but just like I mean a main game, like
Yeah, main game. Yeah.
so that just kind of proves that she doesn't really have any. She's got nothing going on. I mean, neither does like a character like Cream. She kind of only exists in like Sonic Advance 2 as like a worthwhile character because the story's about her then, and then they kind of made that one like fucking that one weird like app game that came out
Oh,
recently.
runners
No, not Runner. What is it called? The
for Dash speed
it's like a
battles.
3D it's a normal Sonic game or like a kind of normal Sonic game, but it's on like iPads. Uh
Jump.
no.
I'm
Sorry
literally naming
everybody.
every Sonic mobile game I know.
it's like it's like you go
Oh,
into her
Dream
dream.
Team. Dream
Yes,
Team. Yeah, she's
yes.
in that. Yeah.
Yeah, well she's like the main thrust of the plot in that because
Oh,
it's
really?
yeah, because they're going into her dream. She's like Kyrie. She's like pure of heart.
Okay.
So they, like Robotnik is making all the shenanigans in her dream world, and using her as like a battery source or whatever. So
Okay.
that's
But
like
why
the
haven't they
last
released this
time.
game on like Switch or something? Come on, insane.
It's because like Apple has like some deal with
But even then, the
like
Shantae game came out on.
I think like it's specifically like the Sega hard light studio thing
Sega
they have
Hardware.
like a
Yeah.
so it's like so there's also a Puyo Puyo game that's on there that can't be
Yeah.
ported elsewhere, which annoys me
Yeah.
because
Like
I
they look
love
like
Puyo
fun
Puyo.
games. They look like fun games.
Yeah,
Like there's actually some movement going on. Like it
I know,
seems.
I know. Uh,
Anyway,
yeah, I just want to talk about
Sega.
I wanted to talk about the characters because like yeah, I feel like Sonic, Shadow, Eggman, even, Gerald, like all really solid character arcs. Gerald, of course, dies in a very like pathetic way, but
As he should.
yeah, but he gets like a good story presence up until that point.
Yeah. I
Um,
will say, like, there was one joke Gerald made that kind of made me think about something unrelated to Sonic, but I still want to talk
mhm,
about. Uh,
yeah,
Man, Ryan Reynolds really did tarnish the reputation of Green Lantern in the pop
right.
culture, like, zeitgeist, because it's like, just like I've seen multiple jokes about like, oh, Green Lantern is the worst thing to happen. The Green Lantern movie is the worst thing to happen. Like for
That's
Ryan
so
Reynolds,
sad.
like
Hmm.
I don't know, is it even that bad? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's bad, but it's like, is it even like
Yeah,
I've seen
but
worse
that's the
movies.
thing. People like I've seen people say this. They're like, people were just not used to like people's senses have been so dulled now that like movies that are like of equal quality to
Yeah,
that
true,
Green
because it's
Lantern
like the
movie.
recency bias. Yeah.
Yeah, well they are like this wasn't that bad or whatever.
Oh yeah, and that's all you get, like the Twitter like redeeming Power Rangers 2017.
Right. But Green Lantern, like, I'm not a comic boy, but
Yeah.
Green Lantern, the character is super sick. Like the premise of,
Yeah, I mean,
I've
all of
always
like
liked the
John
premise of Green
Stewart
Lantern.
and like
Mm. Yeah,
like
just
Guy
the
Gardner, even I love Guy.
yeah, all the Green Lanterns are cool. Kilowog, cool. Like the
Yeah.
Green Lantern Corps in general.
Oh, did
The
you have to talk
powers
about
are
the animated
cool.
series for buffoons?
Yes, well, we're going to be doing that. We're doing Young Justice next week.
Oh,
So that's we're doing. So and then the next DC thing that we're doing after
oh,
that
I
is
hope it's a good palate cleanser.
Green
I hope it's a good
Lantern.
palate
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cleanser.
I do like that show quite a bit. That's one of the only I've only watched the cartoons related to comics. I don't read the actual
Yeah.
comics.
Hey,
But
maybe I'll make you read the first 24 issues of Skybound Transformers. I think there's some
oh,
stuff
okay,
there you'll
yeah,
like.
I do. Yeah, I do kind of want to read. Like Transformers, I'm more into that because I've been a Transformers fan my whole life, so I'm
Yeah.
more willing to read the. I read a little bit of More Than Meets the Eye.
Yeah.
When that was coming out. But and then I also read Miss Marvel, like when that was new.
Yes,
Um,
I just
so,
I read the second run of the character, not the Gia Willow Wilson, the Saladin Ahmed
mm,
run from like 2018 to 2020.
yeah,
Uh,
and that was
I bought that on Free Comic Book Day, and I was like, yeah, this is great.
mm, yeah. The I thought that was like that, and like the new Ghost Rider and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
even
like that
Sonic comics,
era
like
of.
especially back Sonic comics have been on
Mhm.
like the up and up. There's like some fun DC crossover stuff, and even just the regular book. They put Sage in, so that's
Nice.
fun.
But yeah, you're right about the Gerald thing, like being indicative of that. I want to say my favorite line from him, and it's probably everybody's,
Yeah,
but it's the "Oh Ivo, you're no Maria." It's it's genuinely a
yeah,
fantastic
that's not even a
line.
joke. That's just a good line.
It's like actually kind of like bone chilling and like
Yeah,
tragic. The idea that like there's this person who had for the first time in his life somebody to like look up to and idolize and want to be like an impress, and that person has only used him this entire time and reveals that all in that one sentence of like you've always been second best in my heart
yeah,
compared to this person that I'm really doing this all for. And of course people have used that. I've seen that screenshot of people using it for like memes and things like
yeah. Like
that when
you're no blank XX.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
Uh,
comparing two things, but like yeah,
I will
I just
say,
really want to give a shout out to that because I
yeah, I also
loved
do
it.
want to give a shout out to another one of the best comedic moments, the dance
Mhm.
scene. I just think
Yeah.
like these movies for some reason love the dance scenes, which like hey, I like dancing, it's fun.
Mhm.
But it's like
Mhm.
this is probably the best one they've done because it's just Jim Carrey just hamming it up with himself. So
Yeah. Okay, so I'll ask this because I didn't watch the post credit scene. You said Shadow is alive.
that was
Is
the second one where it's just like here's Shadow's Ray, he's there.
mhm.
All right, the next
Is
one, no,
Eggman alive?
Eggman is
Okay.
not shown. Also, I forgot forgot to mention Stone. Stone's great in this too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I
Uh,
was gonna say that because I really love his scene of
yeah, like his
fitting very
goodbye
well
to
to him.
Stone.
Mhm.
The next film, I don't think Eggman's coming back in the way we expect. Okay, let me
Okay.
just start talking because
Oh no,
we're based.
Robo Robotnik from the comics is coming.
No, I have a different idea. But like I'll get to it. Wait, let me go. Let me pull up the post credit scene. So the post credit scene, Sonic runs too fast and he's like, I don't know where I am. Then Metal
Mhm.
Sonic comes to
Yeah,
like, not even just one Metal Sonic, an army of metal. I'll show the images of you. An army of Metal Sonics, which is like kind of
right.
like some Terminator shit. And then like Sonic's like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this. Then who else but Amy, who
Yeah.
doesn't have a voice yet, but
Mhm.
they did cast a voice. I think she's recording it right now. It's like Anna from Frozen, which is like a fun
Okay.
kitty pig. Uh, yeah,
Oh, Kristen Bell. Yeah. The
yeah, I mean, there's a really cool moonshot, where it's like it kind of shows the moon, or he like from the like whole shenanigans of the movie, where it's
yeah.
like Amy's like jumping on them. I'm gonna see if I can find it on Google Image. I found it. I found it. I found it. All right, yeah, there. Like, I'm not. I
Yeah.
can't show any of this in the episode, but like,
Right, right. It is. I have seen that. I have seen Amy, and
yeah,
like I at least knew that whenever like the movie first came out and everything. I did not know. I do really like Kristen Bell, mostly from The Good Place.
yeah. I need to
She's
watch The
really
Good
good
Place.
in.
That seems like a funny show.
Yeah, yeah. She's Eleanor, the main character, who is like, just a very funny bad person
Yeah,
kind of character. So uh it's funny to see her as Amy. I'm interested to see. It seems like they're this is another thing they're definitely kind of using the like more modern Amy
yeah. We'll see.
characterization.
There are some teases that they might do some like classicer stuff, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, because Amy, I don't need her to necessarily be like goo goo gaga over Sonic, but
Yeah,
like she was definitely like in Adventure 1 and 2, she's like very cutesy, kawaii, like kind of girl. And she's a lot more like capable and, headstrong and everything in the more modern stuff, which I'm fine. Whatever.
yeah. I mean,
It's
I
fine.
feel like a good balance.
Preem exists for like the super
Yeah,
cute little girl character. That's fine. We don't need like it would be redundant to keep her exactly that same way. Uh,
yeah.
so I don't know. Is there anything else? Any specific other elements you want to talk about? I really liked it. I ended
Yeah,
up
it's a
really
good
enjoying
movie.
it.
What else? There was like there's a couple. Oh, they used puppets on the set. Um,
Okay.
like to like instead of because the previous films they just used like cardboard standees.
Right.
But Sonic 3, they got full on puppets to fill
Mm,
in for like the actors. Here is one
yeah.
of my favorite shots of like Shadow and Maria. Uh, this is like my favorite fact to bring up about this film, just the
Right.
puppets on set.
This is good.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the Sonic 3 the trio. Uh
Hmm. Hmm. I
oh
do want to.
god damn it. I think the Tails one looks like the meme. The Tails gets
Mm,
trolled meme. Does
okay.
it? Have I gone crazy?
No, I definitely see it. I definitely see that just because
Mm,
the open mouth expression and the shape of the eyes and everything. Like,
yeah.
definitely, these do look very bad, all of them. But it is funny.
I mean,
I
they're
mean,
cheap. They have to be cheap, but it's like it's like they're
yeah,
gonna be
it's
CG'd anyway. But it's like they're still really
exactly,
funny.
yeah, yeah. They, it's a good,
Visual. It's
it's
like better than
fine.
just like standees. Like
And I will
this.
say, in general, the CGI I feel like it kind of super inconsistent in the second movie, whereas like it
Yeah.
felt a lot more expressive
I
and
mean, like, I
consistent in
think
this
the second
movie.
one was, like, also COVID. There might have been some
Hmm.
COVID shit going on because it's, like, it was
Yeah,
filmed in, like, CG during COVID. But, like,
right.
Sonic 3 is, like, had the option of, like, okay, I think also just had more leeway for the
Hmm.
CG. Also,
Yeah,
I remembered,
especially Sonic and Shadow are very expressive
yeah,
in this movie.
uh, I think I remember there was a thing on, uh no, I don't think I think I'm misremembering. Anyway, sorry.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, no
I just
problem.
yeah, there's just some cute behind the scenes stuff I always like
Hmm.
bringing up. So yeah, Sonic 4 is scheduled to come out next year. It will feature
Hmm.
Metal Sonic, Amy, and other people.
Right.
We don't know who the other people are. What?
Maybe Silver, maybe.
Like Jim Carrey is set to return, but I think he's gonna play the Sonic Rush Eggman, which I can't say the
Okay.
name of in fear of slurring my words. Uh,
Right. Yeah.
that guy,
Uh,
you know the guy,
mhm.
the Sonic Rush Eggman, the Eggman from Blaze's universe. Like I think
Yes.
that's my theory. I'm sticking to it, or just
Also,
something similar to that.
do you think Blaze will also be in the movie?
That would be really nice, but I don't really see what she would do in like a movie like this.
Yeah, because I feel like Amy is kind of filling the Blaze role if that is
Yeah,
the case,
yeah,
Um, so that's another thing is that just like with Dragon Ball, when we were
yeah,
talking about, there's a lot of characters that are redundant, where it's like maybe it is better that we just kind of condense these all into, you know, these kind of characters. Um, but at this point, like, yeah, for Sonic 5, for example, like, where can they go besides, adapting some other games? They're kind of doing Sonic CD here with Sonic 4,
yeah. I
with
mean,
Amy,
in
Metal
the teaser
Sonic.
trailer, they had like a remix of the Sonic CD song. It was like don 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 don.
Yeah, yeah. They should have the Stardust Speedway in
Yeah,
there.
they
So
should.
just saying. But yeah, for like if I were to do it, if you gave me the keys to the kingdom for Sonic 5, I would do Sonic Adventure 1 and the
Yeah,
stuff with
just go
chaos and
retroactively
everything.
back.
Yeah, just do it because, like I said, the stuff I really love all the stuff with chaos and the echidnas and that would give something like Knuckles would have an arc. You can introduce like Tikal doesn't have to be like a super relevant character because she's just a ghost at
Yeah,
that point, but just giving Knuckles some connection to his past and everything into his culture, as well as like that relationship with chaos. They can even incorporate some of the chaos stuff from Frontiers into it. So I don't know, like I would like to see that, but for now let's just look directly ahead of ourselves. We got that coming. We got, I guess, the Zelda movie is also coming
oh
soon.
god, I
So
forgot. Like someone cringes helping produce that.
I don't know. It's
Uh
Sony, I think, is the
no, West
production company.
Ball.
Mhm.
No, 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 no. Wait, that's the no. Okay, it's directed by West Ball, who did that. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie you didn't like? Aviarad.
do not like.
That's the
Yeah.
guy. That's the guy.
Okay.
Aviarad.
Aviarad is he's a hard. I've been enemies with him for a long time.
Yeah, like
I'm
I mean, hey, like come circling back to comics.
Yeah. Yes, he's been fucking that stuff up for a long time. He's, you know, I don't know for sure if he's a Zionist, but I would not
I
be
think he
surprised
is. I think it's just
if he
confirmed, but it's, I don't know.
yes, cuz I knew like yeah, like that was around I know not to get into this whole thing here,
Yeah.
but there are people that have only just recently become aware of how toxic and bad and evil
Oh God, one of the
that is.
co-writers wrote Pacific Rim Uprising. We're cooked.
Damn. But
Uh,
like for me, like, you know, I remember always joking with friends about like Team Saban, for example,
yeah, yeah,
being like,
yeah.
oh, I know that he was like an evil rich person, but I didn't know he was like actually evil.
I mean, I
Whenever I
knew that
found
for a
out.
while. My dad told me of all people. Like he was the one who told me.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, I know you like the Power Ranger shit, but be careful about that Hype Saban." like,
Yeah, yeah. That was like around the time that like Chroma Squad was coming out.
yeah, Cobra
That
Squad was like the real like tipping
like
point for a lot of
2013, like
people.
that was when I was like, and then I saw like, oh, he has donated to Israel millions of dollars. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
well,
he is
I
partially
guess
like, get him out of there. Get
yeah.
him out of there.
All right. Yeah, I don't have
Well,
anything
I
else to
guess
say
that's
about
gonna
this
be
movie.
see you next year for Zelda, Sonic, and other video game movies.
Donkey Kong
Whatever
movie,
else.
maybe?
What movie?
Donkey Kong movie, maybe?
No, I don't think
By
so. I'm
the
sorry.
by Illumination.
I mean, we already have the Donkey Kong movie. It's called Donkey Kong Bonanza. That story is already basically an
That's true.
animated film. Like at
I
that
know.
point, it's like
It's so good. I would love to see. I'm sure it wouldn't be anywhere near as good, but I would just like to see
an
Void
adaptation of
Kong
that story.
on just
Yeah.
seeing like Void Kong on my big screen. Good times.
Oh yeah, Void Kong would be like, what shitty
Oh,
celebrity would
Void
they get to voice?
Kong.
Anyway, that's a discussion for a different day.
Mm.
Yeah, so that ends the video game movie arc of In Case Spring Glass. I have no idea what's next. Me and Wyatt are gonna decide that off mic. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this little excursion into Mario and Sonic's film career. Wyatt, plug your stuff.
All right, going over to Twitter, Bluesky at Wasp Ranger, WAZP Ranger. Mostly stream of consciousness stuff, but I do post about videos I'm making and podcasts I'm doing. If you want to check out my main thing, it's on my channel. It's Only Magic. I do Cartoon Buffoons, which is going through every Cartoon Network show in order. At the time of recording this, we just did our 100th episode, which is up on the Patreon. So
Hooray!
$3. You can get that right now, and you can get all the other episodes a week early. If you don't got $3, you know they're uploaded onto the main channel a week after, so you can get that. We just did 2 episodes about regular show. We got episodes about Symbiotic Titan and Young Justice coming up. That'll be a good one. Good quotes. Yeah, if you just got $1 that you want to donate, you can still get some stuff. There's some bonus podcasts on there. There's Wow Cool Robot,
Wow.
just me and my friend Wayne reviewing every robot in existence. Yeah, so go check out all of that stuff.
Yeah, and I am Buster. You can find my various videos on bullshit on at the Buster Corp channel. You can also find my independent cartoon on the
Mhm.
Buster Tales channel. Like I'm trying to push that more. We just hit 100 subs on that. We just released episode 8, episode 9 in the works. I actually need to record my lines for that one, but like
Right?
that's a later problem. Uh, but yeah, and also make sure to subscribe to this podcast channel, Modular Media, where there's more in case break glass for me and Wyatt. I guess go on side quests of sorts. Just be
Hmm.
like, hey,
Hmm.
you want to do this? And yeah,
Yeah.
like we our previous not mini series, just one off was -1, and then this was I guess our first like true mini series.
Yeah. Going through a
And
bunch of
then
movies.
yeah, just the video game movies of the 2020s. Uh, and then again, who knows what's next? But if you want to see some more stuff like Analytical Fanboys, where me and the other 3 guys, not Wyatt, sorry,
Hmm.
go
Hmm.
through a book club. And this month we're doing Crisis on Infinite Earths, the comic book, the first event
Hmm.
comic, that from DC that might have ruined everything, but we'll see.
Right.
It's a good, apparently it's a good comic, but like we'll see.
Right.
Uh, And then we also have the weekly Shoot the Shit and Find Out show, Modular Components. This week is going to be a fun one because there's lots of news to talk about on that week. And I'll probably talk about the Among Us show on there, which I really liked. So
Nice. Yeah.
go subscribe to the channels. Yay! I guess I'll see y'all next time for whatever I decide the next In Case Break Glass will be. So yeah,
Mhm.
see you.